Imagine surfing in the middle of the state, hundreds of miles away from the ocean. It sounds ridiculous, but engineers have actually found a way to make this happen. So, they basically created a wave pool that's capable of producing the same perfect wave over and over again. And this has actually caused a lot of controversy within the surfing community because people are trying to decide if it should be allowed to be used for competition or if it only should be allowed to be used for recreational purposes. I've been surfing for 11 years, and I've been paying attention to both sides of the argument since the construction process began. And although I'm not really sure which way I lean, I understand that the decision on the wave pool will change the course of surfing forever, pretty much. So basically, I feel like first I should explain what the wave pool is and who created it. So its creator is Kelly Slater. He's widely recognized as the best surfer in the world. He's won 11 world titles and countless events. So basically, about 8 years ago, he set out to create the first man-made wave. He's going after creating the perfect wave. And okay, yeah. So he had this goal of creating the first man-made wave, and basically it's in Lemoore, California. And the way it works, it's this massive propeller that's attached to like a railroad track type thing, and it runs down the length of a vertical body of water, creating a wake. And as the wake runs into shallow water, it breaks in the shape of a perfect wave. So basically, there is one main argument as to why people don't really want to include the wave pool in competitive surfing, and that's that most people have always seen surfing as a really natural sport, one where the surfer has to compete with Mother Nature as well as understand the environment to be the best surfer that the surfer can be. And the wave pool basically takes away this aspect of surfing because the surfer no longer has to understand tide or swell direction or wind. All they need is a surfboard, and they can basically surf this perfect wave. But on the other hand, people actually think that the wave pool is a really good idea because it creates a level playing field. You know, a lot of times in heats, a heat is only 30 minutes, and the waves will be really good, like firing at the beginning of the heat. And then like 2 minutes in, after the first surfer catches a wave, the ocean will just go completely quiet. Like no more waves because it's unpredictable. And then the second surfer will be left without catching any waves, and it just kind of creates an uneven, unfair competition environment. So because of the wave pool, you know, surfing can finally be a little bit more fair, and it'll also be allowed to be in the Olympics because that's the main reason it hasn't been allowed to be in the Olympics, because it's never been completely fair, and the committee has always wanted a level playing field for all sports. And I think if it were to be in the Olympics, that'd be a really positive thing because it finally legitimizes the sport surfing. It's always been something that, like, you know, like beach bums do, or like, you know, stoner kids surf. But it really is a real sport. You know, people train and like eat well and work hard like any other sport to become the best athlete they can. So to conclude, the wave pool has been a really controversial topic. Purists and traditionalists think that it will take away from the beauty of surfing, while the other side of the argument is that it'll innovate the sport and just, you know, be a really good thing for surfing as a whole.